early morning, on a narrow ribbon of pavement behind Shell's Oakville Research Center, a specially constructed vehicle makes its way around the test track. A short distance away, another is being offloaded from a van. Despite the early morning drizzle, others are in various stages of readiness.
Guys, I'll grab the front.
All is being readied for the annual Shell Canada Fuelathon. The Shell Fuelathon is a competition designed to give engineering and design students from Canadian universities and colleges an opportunity to put into practice theories learned in the classroom. The objective is fuel efficiency, and all the basic rules of current automotive engineering and design are incorporated. Low weight, low drag, minimal rolling resistance, and high engine transmission efficiency. For most participants, work begins in the early fall. At this college, a formal unveiling of their two entries culminated almost a year of planning, design, and construction. Many departments had been involved, contributing visual concepts, crew uniforms, and technical assistance.
You want the dome back on?
However, it's more than just a show. The crews understand that in order to be competitive, they must do better than 1,000 miles to the gallon.
Last year, the car attained a mileage of, I think it was 343 miles per gallon. And this year, we figure that we've got to make at least 1,000 miles per gallon in order to be competitive.
Funds to construct the vehicles come from various sources, but a talent for scrounging or talking local industries into donating parts is a necessity.
As it turned out, the department was willing to fund the construction of the vehicle up to approximately $300 or so. They didn't actually put a figure on it, but they wanted us to keep it down as much as we could.
We had a fairly good budget, though, this year of around $1,100. Probably be able to make use of that, no problem.
We've basically run on a budget of $1,000, and but it has been stretched a little bit. Yeah, it's been stretched.
Safety is of primary concern. No one gets on the track before the scrutineers check out each vehicle. They're looking for safety features, roadworthiness, and overall compliance with the rules.
No, I don't. I think the principle of the thing is to do with you getting in and out easily without, you know.
I'm small. Okay, on.
When you're on fire.
Take it away. Go for it.
Pretend that there's something gone wrong and you have to go out quickly. Okay.
There's ample room for individual approaches to getting the best mileage. The rules are few and fairly straightforward. Shell official Steve Miller talks about the philosophy behind the event.
What we've tried to do is set up a minimum number of rules to allow a maximum opportunity for designing to achieve maximum fuel economy. 24 kilometers per hour was chosen as the average speed because studies in Europe determined that this was the average speed that was maintained in most city driving.
Early in the day, starting positions are drawn by lot.
Design course, pit number 3.
About mid-morning, the first two cars approach the start line and receive instructions from race officials.
At that time, we'll start the stopwatch. Okay. You do not have to stop in this line. You can coast right through.
At this point, each team is given a measured and weighed amount of fuel. The driver must then complete 5 laps of the 1.78 kilometer circuit, maintaining an average speed of 24 kilometers per hour.
1, 2, 3, go!
A course marshal will follow behind on a motorbike to ensure all goes well on the track. Throughout the day, this scene will be repeated about every half hour until all entries have been run. As each team completes its circuits, the provided fuel containers will be weighed again, allowing officials to calculate fuel consumption.
University of Toronto just coming in for the first lap.
Driving technique is completely different from normal road standards. Knowing when to accelerate and when to coast is the real trick.
In this case, you get an engine to operate at its optimum efficiency for as short a period of time as possible. Once you've reached a certain speed, you shut off and you coast down. You're using just the kinetic energy you've developed in accelerating. You have to maintain a certain average through the course, so you have to keep a regime where you're going to maintain that average across your highs and your lows.
Forward propulsion for the vehicles is achieved by a heat engine using standard fuels. Most teams select small four-stroke motorcycle engines in the 50 to 100 cc range. They're stripped of unnecessary weight, modified and fine-tuned to improve efficiency. However, on-track testing is the only way to tell if you have that added edge. Body design is important to minimize air drag. How it's done is an individual choice and is governed largely by the knowledge of aerodynamics and the availability of facilities to test and to construct the most optimum design.
Aerodynamically, it was the best thing that we could come up with. We tested models in the wind tunnel, and this turned out to be the best by far. And with the experience that we have from last year, we learned some problems about the chassis design and that, and we think we've got those worked out this year. So I think 1,000 miles per gallon is a realistic figure this year.
While wind tunnel testing can be a plus, they aren't always available. Essentially, the goal is streamlining, and this can be obtained through good overall design.
You have to take into effect the fact that you're going to be running at higher speeds and lower speeds. So the design of the body has to tend to be more efficient at a higher speed, just to protect yourself in that sense. So you're looking for essentially streamlining. Have no protrusions, no points where flow could possibly separate over the body.
Streamlining comes in many forms, and teams show up in various states of readiness. When the pressure's on, it helps to not take yourself too seriously.
In order to get out of this, all you have to do is just throw off the
it's gravity.
styrofoam.
It was made in a hurry at the last minute. We got caught. Right?
What holds it up? What holds it onto the frame? Like, are you gonna pins or?
Oh.
Like your top of your cockpit there.
Gravity.
Gravity. Okay. You got a mirror mounted on it?
We have a mirror right here.
Is this your shaving mirror?
I don't know where we picked this up, tell you the truth.
We were having too much trouble with glue. The recommended glues didn't hold at all, and in the rain, the body just fell apart. Well, we're going to make it look good.
With goals like 1,000 miles to the gallon, the exercise might seem somewhat academic. However, faculty members suggest the practical side is not always obvious.
5 people get thrown together and say, work on this project. I think it teaches them, how to get along with each other. It teaches them how to deal with other people. In this project, they were involved with local industry, making contact with them. They were given a certain amount of money to spend. They had to realize the fact that, we have to build something within this budget.
The practical side isn't lost on the students either. Some see the experience as an aid to eventual employment.
With the car manufacturers, using all the principles that we, in fact, are using here, someone that was experienced in fuelathon competitions would be a perfect candidate for one of the automotive manufacturers for a job in the future.
on third lap, halfway around my third lap.
What happened to you?
I hit a tree, yeah. I went off the track and hit a tree.
How's the car?
The car is badly damaged and will not continue further today unless we get a new wheel. Like it's not a wheel anymore, it's like a C shape.
The best-looking car isn't always the best-performing car. Although an accident or mechanical breakdown is a disappointment, a successful run during the actual event is only part of it. For those who make the project part of their curriculum, designing, building, and getting the car to qualify is often enough to get the required marks. On-site changes and repairs aren't uncommon, and it often makes the difference between a finish or a forfeit.
Going so well, what happened?
Chain.
It was all your fault, too.
Yeah.
What's that?
You were running well over 1,000, he said.
Oh, God.
It's well over 1,000, and it jumps the chain.
Oh, no!
Oh, God, what happened?
We have got to get another run.
Can you do that, or if you stretch?
No, we could get another run if there's time at the end of the day.
4 o'clock. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay. So it's time to fix the chain.
See, we're getting the whole saga here.
Just qualifying for the event is a reward in itself. To be in the top 3 indicates a special achievement.
The winning team in this event is the University of Saskatchewan. And they did it in 1,033.30 miles per gallon. I've got to congratulate them.
Shell recognizes all participants and rewards the student winners by presenting grants to their university or college. On this particular occasion, the winner received $2,000 for a first-place finish.
You can scream.
I don't want to. I'm tough.
We came here for experience, and next year we will win.
Moving on, boy.
I think I'll take the penalty next time.
Hey, is this the one?
I did the brake tire. The brake tire.
No. That's fucking bullhead on the front.
As it is for most things, experience is the best teacher for Fuelathon success. For those who find themselves in the winning circle, more innovations lay ahead. There are new barriers to break and many ideas as yet untried. That next few miles per gallon could be as difficult to achieve as the first 1,000. While some will stay with their teams a second and third year, others will pass on what they've learned to fellow students waiting in the wings for their chance to go for more. It's a good outing and a valuable learning experience for everyone involved.
Well, I'm going to find out if Jurassic is one of these.
Well, that first, the chain come off, or did the tire come off?
I don't know. It must have been a tire, actually.